Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to the collective. Earlier this week, I dropped a live recording of the Main Character Experience podcast. And inside that episode, I revealed the collective clarity framework, and it's created for deep decision making. And a part of that framework, I told you to establish some boundaries, identify them. What would need to be in place in order for your decision to be a viable option? And y'all, the collective went crazy. I had some girls that are boundaries babes. They was like, yes, Coach K, like set the boundaries, do the thing. And then I had some other girlies, newer followers and seasoned ones that were like, can we go back over this boundaries thing again? Because some of you didn't even know that boundaries and standards are different things. So in this video, we're going to talk about two ways to identify that you need some better boundaries. I'm going to call you out lovingly so we can discuss some things that you're doing to perpetuate your own pain. And then I got a challenge for you because inside the collective, we don't just talk about it, we be about it. Okay. So let's dive right in. First things first, you might need better boundaries if you feel resentment and you just say stuff is fine. Like, how many times have you felt that pain of being undervalued, or you feel like you're underappreciated, or you feel like someone's taking advantage of you, and you're just like, and then you perform anyway? You do something anyway. I want you to know that resentment is a boundary that you did not enforce. Like, just right now, I want you to unclench your jaw, remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. You probably didn't even recognize that you've been walking around with this stress. It has become a normal way of life for you. And we get to start to release that. So, resentment is a boundary that you didn't enforce. And even long after your brain has forgotten, your body is keeping score. Okay. Number two, you over explain your no. If when you say no to somebody, it comes with a 5-minute explanation, a dissertation, an apology tour, if you feel guilty and sad and you are so nervous about disappointing them, that means that you have said yes too frequently because everybody else has something else that they would rather do. Sometimes people are coming to you because they know that you won't say no. But hear me when I say that when you start to say no, your yeses become more meaningful. And I know that it's uncomfortable, but somebody in the situation is going to be uncomfortable. It doesn't always have to be you, sis. Okay? So that's step one, is just identifying areas where you need better boundaries. Think about those two things. Is there a space? Is there a relationship? Is there a dynamic, whether it's work or friendships or a community obligation, where you need a better boundary? Okay, cool. Number two, the most loving fashion, I gotta ask you, how are you perpetuating your pain? Where are you picking up the phone when you know that you shouldn't? Where are you staying late or picking up the shift or saying yes when your body is screaming to say no? You don't need a reason to say, I can't do this. I'm at full capacity. This has exceeded my ability to cope. If you call me after 11, I'm not going to pick up the phone. My family knows my phone goes on D&D at 9 p.m. every single night. If you call me, if you text me, I'm not going to text back until the next day because that's what my body requires for me to be firing on all cylinders. Now, don't get me wrong. I have things set up so if someone needed me after 9 o'clock, it was a true emergency, I would know and I would be able to reach out to them. But for the most part, if you call me after 9, I'm not going to answer. Where are you not holding the line? Where are you still available where somebody is treating you like an option? See, that is not on them, baby. That's a boundary waiting to be born. Where can you tighten up? I want you to truly take a moment and sit with that. Because lots of times there is so much anger, there's so much hurt, there's so much emotion against the other person, when in reality, if we checked ourselves, we could see an improvement. Okay? I'm going to glance over at my notes to make sure you don't miss a thing. This is not about shame. This is about power, because the moment that you see the part that you're playing in it, that's the moment you can make a change. Y'all know how I say, if you own that you're the problem, you harness the power of being the solution. I love when I get to tell y'all something another time. Okay, so on to solutions. So I want you to identify 2 places over the weekend that you are setting a boundary, that you are taking a stand. Like, what are we no longer available for? What is a pattern that you are breaking? What is a habit that you are forming to better support you and the life you keep saying that you want? Boundaries can be difficult. Boundaries can be uncomfortable, but they're absolutely necessary if you want to become the person you keep saying that you want to be. I love you. I want the best for you. I'm going to drop a link to my digital store in the comments of this video. It will allow you to pick your entry point into your main character era, whether you choose Own It, the workbook, and you start independently, or a clarity call where we move through that framework together and help you start deciding exactly what you want, or you sign up for on-the-go coaching. I want you to have the best year yet. And that starts with boundaries, that starts with ownership, that starts with you stepping into your main character era. I will see you on the other side. Chat soon.